Hello and welcome back. So in the tutorial portion of our video for parent and child relationships, we're going to take a look at creating a U-bracket that utilizes some different relationships and also uses the suppress feature in order to configure different designs inside of our part. So let's go ahead and dive on in. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and sketch on my XZ plane. And the bracket design that we're going to have has a pill-shaped base feature. So I'm going to go in underneath my rectangle and I'm going to use a center-to-center slot in order to create that. And what it does, it has you pick your two center points, move your mouse out, and select a distance to make your slot feature. Well, for this particular one, it's going to be 5 inches from center to center. We are 2 inches wide, which leaves us with a 1-inch radius here on the ends. And the other thing I'm going to do is go in and get this guy centered up on my origin point by using that center point right there. And before I finish this up and extrude it, I am going to go in and create some holes right here that are 1/2 inch in diameter on those center marks of my arced ends. All right. Now I'm going to go in, extrude this up 1/2 inch in order to get my base for my U-bracket. Now the next feature I'm going to make is the main body for my U-bracket. So I'm going to go in, start a new sketch, this time going to my XY plane that's going through the middle of my part. And here I'm going to make an arced body in order to use as kind of the main body for this bracket. Now we're used to using a 3-point arc. I'm going to go in and create a center point arc that allows me to pick my center point first, pick an endpoint, and then pick another endpoint. The only problem with doing this, and really it's any time that we sketch inside of a part, is that it's hard to see the entire sketch with the rest of the solid in the way. So what I'm going to do is I can come down here to this bottom toolbar and we have an option called Slice Graphics. This allows us to slice at the sketch plane and get some of the solid body out of the way as we're sketching. And you can kind of see there, the shortcut for that is F7. So I'm going to go ahead and hit F7 and it cuts that away for me. Now I can see the full extent of my arc I just drew. And this guy, we're going to make him 1.75 inches for its radius here. All right, I'm going to extrude that symmetrically 2.5 inches. So there I've got the main body for my U-bracket. Now, next feature I'm going to sketch on this guy is going to be right on the front, and I'm going to make a rectangular cut on the front here. And let's make that 1 inch high and 2 inches long. And I need to get this centered up, so I'm just going to throw in a dimension right there and make it 1/2 of my length. That way it's centered. Now I'm going to come in and cut all the way through. And there I've got my rectangular cut in that U-bracket. Now that we've got this main body constructed, we're going to start seeing some of the parent and child relationships between the features and exactly how they interact and affect each other. To show this, I'm going to go in and I'm going to sketch on this particular surface here, and I'm going to create a center hole that is 1/4 inch in diameter, and I'm going to cut that all the way through the top of my part here. So we can see I've got that little centering hole there on the arc. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to suppress my rectangular cut here. Now remember from the lecture that a suppress is a delete, but we're still saving all the information for that particular feature. So I'm going to find my extrusion here, right click on it, go to suppress feature, click on that. Now did you notice that? I went ahead and I did suppress that rectangular cut, but also it suppressed my center hole. And the reason it did that is because the centering hole is a child of my rectangular cut. So I'm going to undo that real quick. That happened because I sketched on a surface that was created from that extrusion. Now there is a way to fix that without me having to go back a lot and redo things. So another easy way to revise a sketch, if we need to place it or redefine it, is to right click on it and select the redefine option. Oops, sorry, wrong sketch. Let's get back into the correct one. And hit redefine. So what that does is it lets me repick the sketch plane for my sketch. So instead of picking up here, I'm going to pick the bottom surface. Now it's redefined, and you can see, if I highlight my sketch here, that it truly is coming from the very bottom of the part now, which is what we want. Now, if I go back in and I suppress my extrusion that created that rectangular cut, my centering hole is unaffected because it's no longer a child of that particular feature. So easy way to manipulate those relationships to keep or not keep things that we might want on our parts. This comes in super handy for iParts or iAssemblies when we're configuring things to either have certain features or components turned on or off. Knowing how those relationships interact is very, very important. All right. Now, with that extrusion off, I'm going to go ahead, sketch on that same surface there, and I am just going to create a circular cut. And I'm just going to use a circle here. Let's make it, 2.5 inches in diameter. Click Finish, and I want to cut through all. And there, I've got a different style of bracket all housed in the same part. So I can use that one, or I can come down and suppress it, and then unsuppress my rectangular cut, or I could just have both of them going at the same time. So that is how we suppress features and how we can manipulate the relationships between our features, whether they're a parent or a child within that part. So thanks for sticking around. That's all I've got for this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. And as always, be inventive.